Orlando Brown, the trade from Baltimore to Kansas City. That trade, when the Ravens and Chiefs were trying to figure out what the value of the player and the picks were and how they're going to make it all work, and if you remember, there were a lot of picks involved to try to smooth everything out. Those two teams used an online draft calculator.
Right.
That's how they figured it out. Okay. Now, these aren't two bum franchises. One's been to multiple Super Bowls in the last 3 years and won one of them. The Ravens are a model of consistency. And those two teams sat down with an online draft calculator to figure out that trade. And then you have people who like galaxy brain these things like, well, I have this model that shows, look, you think these guys have time to sit there and they're all going to agree on the same model? That's not how this works. They sit down, they hammer out a business deal. That's what it is. And whether or not it worked out, like that trade year one, the Chiefs won that trade. The Chiefs won that trade. Brown was terrific. He was a Pro Bowler. He solved a ton of their issues, and the Ravens couldn't block for Lamar Jackson. I mean, now Owe, who they drafted in that round, ends up being a good pick. By the way, that second round pick the Chiefs had, Creed Humphrey. The Chiefs won that trade. Now,
Sure.
that's the way it goes. If the Chiefs draft two guys who stink, or the Chiefs draft guys who stink and Brown doesn't play well, they lose the trade. Welcome to the NFL.
Right. Well, it's all about process here. Like you're going to get some right, you're going to get some wrong, but how you go about it and how you analyze your own guys and what's actually happening out there.
Yeah.
If the Niners look like, hey man, you trust me, Debo's value to this team in the huddle, on the field, making plays in the locker room, he's worth it. Well, then then you do it. If
Right.
you think that
Right.
you're putting him in a great position to win, and other people could step into that void, well, and you're going to get X amount of picks. Okay, so it's that's why you get paid the big money.